Hello everyone. So today I am going to work on adding some force to the enemies who after they are killed. So here it's just not for, so see, now they are thrown away when they are killed. So it's not just simply adding a matter of simply adding a force. Here we are going to implement a way to make a callback to the attacker of the character who dies, so that we can notify the attacker that he has killed the target. In that way we will have a way to do whatever the reaction. It could be either like slow down the time and add in a force, but that might only be applicable for the player. And also if we need to implement something like a experience point collection system, when we kill an enemy we get certain points, experience points. So for that also we would need a way to know if we have killed an enemy. So yeah, that's what we are going to work on today. Before we get started, let me remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects I have done in my channel from my Patreon page. Once you become a member, you will be able to access all the things that I have done without any limits. So also this is part of this action RPG with gameplay ability system series, so feel free to check out all these other episodes as well. I'll leave the link to the full playlist in the description below. You can watch it for free in my channel. I have shared everything from scratch without holding back anything. So okay, so now let's get back to today's tutorial. Okay, so right now here, let's see, if I kill this enemy, I don't have any kind of well, sometimes I get that enemy is thrown away. That's because of the collision. There is no intentional force applied to the enemy. And also here, one other minor thing, if I move, you can see those things are also moving. That's because they are still attached to the mesh. So that is also something I need to fix. So the main thing I want to fix is having some kind of special reaction like slowdown when the player kills an enemy, so we can emphasize more on that action. And also having a way to make a callback to the instigator who killed the character, who killed some character in the world, will be required if we have something like a collecting experience points. When player need to collect experience when the player kill an enemy, we need a way to know that if we have actually killed an enemy, rather than just showing some reaction only. So for that also this would be useful. Okay, so how do we do that? Right, so the first thing is here we trigger reactions, hit reactions through hitbox based collision system, through a hitbox based collision system in our weapons. So for example, PP, where's the weapons, items. If I go to the sword, here I have this collider hitbox, and here I have this on component begin overlap. So this determines the actors that collide with the player, and then trigger this light reaction or heavy reaction. If the weapon is charged, that means it is red, we trigger a heavy reaction, otherwise light reaction. And also we apply this gameplay effect damage. These damage effects again based on the charge status, heavy effect or heavy damage or light damage through this part. So if I open the player, the character base, based on the damage, I have a function that update health. Yeah, but we don't really need this part now. We have figured out those things, so let me delete that. So update health. This function is called when we apply gameplay effects that change the health value of the player. So when the health becomes 0, we call this death ability, character.event.death ability. So this death ability would be a good place for us to know when the character is actually dead. So tracing through things so you understand what I'm doing. So let me open now death gameplay ability death. So here what we do is apply this gameplay effect and then call this kill character. This is again implemented in here because I want it to be specific for the character. If in case we have multiple different character types, we need to have different functions, different ways those characters die. For example, in this case, here I have kill character. I just enable ragdoll for the mesh, disable movement, disable input, and enable ragdoll for the mesh through here, and then drop weapons. So we do all these things. So if we have a different type of character, then we might need to override this kill character function. So that's why I wanted to implement it that way rather than doing it right here. So okay. And if I open this gameplay effect death, it adds this character dot state dot dead gameplay tag into the character who is going to die, basically the character's ability system. So if I open my hit reaction, yeah, let's first go with hit react sword heavy, and this is where we play the montage and do all those things for the reactions. But here, if I let me add a sequence. If I wait gameplay tag add for the character who is currently executing this gameplay ability, that would be the victim of the attack. So here I'm gonna wait for character state dead. So I'm gonna wait for this tag added to the character, whoever getting hit. And if this is added, then we can, so here also we can access instigator. That means the attacker here through this. So I can get event data and break instigator, and we can maybe send another event to instigator to collect points, but right now I'm not focused on doing points. Right now I just need to see if we get the death event. So here let me add a print so we can see if this is actually getting called. So note that here we are only implementing this for the hit react sword heavy. So only if I do hit attacks, we will be waiting for this. tag to be added. So to make it easier to find, I'll make it red. Like this. So we have this. Let's to run. Okay. We get the die event. We didn't because we killed him with the light attack. Yeah, see, now we got it. Died. Okay, so now we have a way to know if the enemy that we attack is dead or not. So then I'll so as some special effect, let's say I want to slow down the game, but I need to do that only if the instigator is the player. This is something that we have already implemented. Is player. Oh, here. So if the instigator is player, is false, we can end the ability right away. We don't need to do anything special because every time some NPC killed another NPC, if the game slows down, that's going to be a problem. Right, if this is true, I need to slow down. So set global domination. I'll make it, let's say 0.1 and wait for 5 amount of seconds, and then set global time dilation back to 1 because we don't want to stay slow after that, and build it. Okay, no need to connect it like this then. Okay, so ready? Now let's see if the slowdown works. Yeah, slowdown did work. So additionally, let's say I want to add some force to kind of throw away the dead body. So if I need to do that, I need to do it. I need to add the force after we enable ragdoll for the mesh, and we enable ragdoll. Actually, we enable ragdoll here, but that is after adding this gameplay effect. Maybe it would be better if I interchange these two. Okay, and then here we need to, how should we do this? We need to get a reference to the character who is executing this reaction. So actually we have already implemented it, okay, this is, let's add a return to this. Yeah. And then we can get mesh. So even if you didn't have a character, all you have to do is get our actor. Oh no, I think you can use this too. Maybe let's just try that. Info. Do we already have a way to directly get mesh? Here we can get skeletal mesh component here and pause. Pause should be away from the attacker. So we need to throw it away from whoever is doing the attack. So we have this instigator. Get back to location. And we have the dishonor actor over here. Get world location. And unit from the attacker to the mesh. Multiply this for this back. Multiply this with I think this has to be a bit larger value to see a visible movement. So let's try something like this. Let's make it an acceleration change. Let's see, it get thrown away. Yeah, it does. Okay, maybe it would look cool if it thrown away a bit upward. So this split is it. Make it like to just to have some upward, so it will be thrown away upward and right now that is working. Oh, I said I need to fix the problem with the drop is implemented here. So here we can do this detach from component. Keyword, rotation keyword, scale keyword. Right. And I think this drop is implemented again for the shared. Yeah. From component. Same as before. Word, keyword, keyword. The other thing is we need to have this part, this kill reaction, whatever you want to call it, in both hit sword heavy reaction and also sword light reaction. and also of course for great sword and all other kinds of weapons as well. So let's see. Get great sword light and it sword. So this the heavy reaction is not a child of light reaction. Therefore, I have no way of doing some function here and reusing it here. We can actually make it a child of, maybe it would make sense to actually make the heavy reaction a child of light reaction, but let's not go there for now. I'll do this instead. Let's have a custom event. On the here on event. I should be able to copy this easily, so it's more clear. Let me copy the whole thing. Dot line. Depth. Keep to nothing for now. Here. Refresh. Okay. Now it's connected. So for both light reaction and heat reaction, we will be listening for this event. But it would be better if we have a smaller force for the light reaction. So instead of 10, I'll make the first number 5. Alright, time to test. Yeah, it worked. Maybe force is a bit too much, but I guess. So same way, you will have to add this depth listener for other hit reactions for other weapon types. I'm not gonna do that on the screen here. I will do that off screen following the same process, but I will think about if there is a way to reuse the same event so that we don't have to re-implement it for each hit reaction. Right, so thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available here in the Patreon page. The link would be in the description below. And if you like to support my work, please consider getting the membership. And let me know if you have any questions. Tutorial. Maybe next time I will look into how to collect experience points and use them to like unlock abilities. For example, we may not be able to do heavy attacks at the beginning, only the light attacks are available. After collecting some points, some experience points, let's think of implementing a way to unlock that ability. Alright, so see you in another tutorial. Bye.